Hey guys, it's me, Adam. Sorry if the camera's a little tilted, my tripod's broken. Today I'm going to be kind of talking about a touchy subject. Well, for me it is. I just felt kind of compelled to talk about this subject, and it's death. This past year I've had two really important people in my life pass away, and I just thought I'd say a few things about them. The first one was a good buddy of mine named Jeffrey. He had a heart transplant when he was 19. He inherited some disease that basically attacks the heart. Basically, it's like a disease. It degrades the heart, makes it weaker, makes its muscles weaker. And, you know, he got a heart transplant at 19 and died when he was 24. And, you know, some of the good times we had was, we'd always play Call of Duty 2. We always get in arguments over it. We both enjoyed a good Mountain Dew, which is probably not the healthiest thing for him. But dealing with his passing was kind of strange. But there isn't a day that goes by where I don't think about him. I mean, he was honestly one of the most kind-hearted people, one of the most kind-hearted person you could have ever met. You know, and he always made the best of it. He always tried. I mean, when he wasn't physically capable, he always tried anyways. And he just had one of those, you know, glowing, happy feelings when you're around him. You always felt, you always got that from him. And he never really complained about his heart transplant, you know, preventing him from doing anything. You know, he always tried. You know, he wasn't a quitter. And that's what made Jeff, and you know, I probably know you're up there watching, Jeff, but you know, I miss you, and I wish I could have said goodbye, but you know, he knows that I would have. He passed away in his sleep. He went quietly. I remember him telling me, he said, "Don't ever let me die in a hospital." And he went in his sleep, and what happened is he was with his girlfriend, and he felt sick, minor chest pains, which was normal. Threw up, took a shower, said, "I'm gonna take a nap," and just didn't wake up. And he was at home, so his girlfriend went and got his dad, and he passed away, I want to say in March-ish. Other than that, he got engaged a couple days before he passed away. Literally like 3 days. He proposed to his girlfriend. And that's what he really wanted. So he died a happy man. So I'm very grateful that he was happy when he passed. And then the second person that passed away was one of the cooks from my church named Gary. And Gary was quite a guy. He always said, "Okay, so we're going to mix this, okay?" And it wasn't like Mr. Mackey from South Park. It was different. It was if you're old like I am, Home Alone. The short bald dude was like, okay, and it said "OK Plumbing" on his truck, and Gary was he was just a joy to be around, and he was a cook, and he made the best damn cookies on the planet. Oh my God. And he did what they called chef ministry, which I've never heard of. And I mean, Gary was the most selfless person on the planet. One day he was at home And he shows up to, this was at his funeral that someone talked about this. And he shows up to work and they're like, Gary, you're not supposed to come in. And he goes, well, I was thinking too much about myself, so I had to do something for somebody else. Gary was not about him, it was about other people. And I only got to know him, like, I mean, I knew him for a couple of years, but I never really sat down and talked to him until I went on this church trip. And I helped cook because I couldn't sleep, and so I woke up, I went to bed at like 4 and woke up at 5 and was like, I'm going to help you cook for the morning, and so we did. And those 3 days I got to know him, I mean, he had just one of those impact. You ever meet anybody that you just meet for 3 days and they have like an impact on your life? He was one of those people. But when he talked to you, he never judged you for what you did, because I had a bad past. And, you know, I had shared my story. And maybe one day I'll have the courage to put my, you know, private information on YouTube like that. But he didn't judge me for it. And he always gives you the feeling that it's okay. Just don't worry about it. Okay? And I mean, he was just one of those cool dudes. And what really stunk about his death is he was in Vietnam. He was born the year of the AK-47. So that's obviously why he was so awesome. Along with Arnold Schwarzenegger was born the year of the AK-47, and Stallone, I believe. But he was a bad alcoholic, and he didn't have a relationship with his daughter until like a year ago. They started talking again, and he had a relationship with his daughter for a good year, and then he passed away. How he passed away, supposedly he had cancer. I didn't get the full story, but one day he tripped and fell and hit his head and caused massive swelling. They had to go in and operate, and then 2 days later he just cardiac arrest. He was a pretty cool guy. Sorry about that. He was honestly one of the most selfless people that I can ever think of. And he was a really selfless person. But one of the things that I wish I would have known is that that he was sick, and I didn't know that. But I mean, I know Gary is happy. I know for sure he's making cookies in heaven. Making some mighty fine cookies. He was a pretty cool guy. I wish y'all could have met him. I mean, he always had a smile on his face. Always. But the moral of this video is, how do you deal with death? I mean, ignoring it is a bad thing to do. But, you know, staying in a state of, oh, I'm sad about this. At his funeral, he said that we had to dance out of his funeral. Because he said he wanted it to be a celebration. And it was. I mean, we weren't happy to see him pass, but we were happy to see that, he went where he wanted to go. So, my question, though, is how do y'all deal with it? Like, it's like, I've already dealt with it, But, I mean, this video isn't for me. It's for other people if they ever watch this. So, guys, life is good. I'll see you in the next video.